Hey everybody, it's Diana again, and today we are going to do a little get ready with me. I just wanted to try out some new makeup, or at least a new eyeshadow palette and one new lipstick, and we will just see how it goes for the day. You have to excuse me, a little tired, it's been a long day, but we are gonna give it a go and see what happens. So how are you guys doing? Feeling good, looking good, whatever. Um, I don't know. I'm still enjoying my job, my family, blah blah blah. I started a book club. Hey ladies. Um, this month we are going to read The Atlantis Code by Dan Brockhaus. So if you've read that book or if you want to read it with me, go right ahead. I am still finishing up The Handmaid's Tale as well by Margaret Atwood. It's just been, a lesson in futility a little bit. It is kind of a hard book to swallow, so reading it can be tricky and hard at times. But there we go. So I just walk you through what I do as I do it, chat about some random stuff, and have a little fun. So I'm first going to put on the Ulta Beauty Mattifying Face Primer. I have been enjoying this. I did buy, this is just a little mini. And I did buy a big one recently because I like it so much that I feel like I should have another one. I do have one or two more minis of other primers that I will probably try to get through before I move on to the big one of this, but you never know, I might just rotate it in. I am kind of going through this thing where I'm trying to use up some of my older makeup, whether it be in Project Pan and old shampoos and stuff I have. Um, yeah, so, whatever. So I do have a Project Pan going on right now that will end Labor Day, and then I'll start a new one. That one I do have the video. I'm not going to link it anywhere. You can find it. I have playlists of my Project Pan. There's only 2 videos. So far I've actually done pretty well. Got at least 5 items in the current Project Pan done. So I'm pretty excited about that. Let's see. We're going to go in with the e.l.f. brow pencil in deep brown. But yeah, I mean, I have a hard time not buying eyeshadow palettes, really, more than anything. It's kind of my beauty bane, if you will. And so I don't think, I mean, I slow down. I try not to go crazy on palettes, but I'm not going to be like, no, I'm not going to buy a palette and like low buy myself. But I am like trying not to purchase things that I already have 4 or 5 or more of. So currently right now, I am very hard attempting to be on a lipstick no buy, which I've actually done really well on so far. So that's really good because I just have like let me show you. Like this, to me, this is a ridiculous amount of lipsticks. I know it's not a lot as other people have, but I've literally got like 2 bins full of lipstick. This is like my pink, nudes, and reds, and this is basically every other color, like browns and greens and purples, orange, and all that fun stuff. Blue. But I have so much lipstick that I kind of want to get through some of the older ones or the minis or whatever first, because I have so many shades. I'm sure there's shades and whatever that I don't have. But I really don't need to buy that. I also have, I think, like 10 different foundations between high-end and drugstore and whatever. So I just kind of want to use up some of what I have first before I try new stuff, because I don't want it to all go bad and not be able to use it. Like, I still really want to try, even though I know it was controversial for like not having a lot of shade ranges, the Tarte Shape Tape foundation eventually one day. And I would really like to try the Huda Beauty foundation. And I have tried Fenty Beauty, just like a sample of it, but I feel like I might like to retry that one and get a big one. That one I feel like is, even though they have a ton of shade ranges with my undertones and stuff, I just feel like um I haven't had a lot of whole luck there as well, finding good shades for myself. I either find that they're like too dark or too light. Because I am fair complexion, but I'm not like super fair complexioned. I don't know. And it depends. And it's summer right now anyway, so my skin does see a lot more sun. Um, but yeah, anyways. And I'm losing my mind as I talk to you guys. I don't really buy other stuff. Like, I have, I think, what is it, 6 setting sprays or one, 6. Yeah, like 6 setting sprays, which I definitely don't need. I did buy a primer recently, and I bought a new concealer, the Ulta Beauty one. I don't have that in any videos anyways, the Ulta one, because I just bought it. And the eyeshadow palette I'm going to use today, I also just recently purchased and really want to try. I think eventually what I'm going to do, because I do try to pan and use stuff and get through it or whatever. But I think what I'm going to do is incorporate one eyeshadow palette for like a rolling 6 months or 12 years, 6 months to 12 months. I'm still going to allow myself to use other palettes, but I'm going to try to use it as like my main go-to palette. But you know, if I want to substitute colors in or whatever that aren't in the palette, I'm definitely not going to not do that. I'm going to see how much I can do digging deep into one palette, but I'm still going to incorporate other stuff. And if I buy new stuff, it's not like I'm not going to try it. Oh yeah, L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper in medium to dark. I have a couple ideas for my first palette that I'm going to start with, starting after Labor Day. Is either going to be, it's probably going to be one of these, the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean collection. I think it's really, really pretty. It's some more neutral stuff. There's a few little like pops of green and blue, and there's black in there and stuff, and a little like red shimmery one. But I think that this would be a pretty easy one to hit pan on some stuff. Plus I like those shades, and it's not one that I often grab for. My other big palette, these are my 2 biggest palettes. This is also why they're going to be in it. Because again, sometimes I do my makeup at work, before work, like in the parking lot in my car. And carrying a giant palette like this and using it in the car is not super ideal. So unless I'm at home, I'm typically not using this stuff. But this is the Kat Von D Saint Center palette. I really love both of these palettes. I just want to see if I can hit pan and use them more. So those might be ones that I'm doing. What was the other one I was thinking of? There's 2 others that I was thinking of because they are probably my oldest palettes, but still bought within like the last, I don't know, year and a half. So I think my first high-end palette I ever bought was the Pure My Little Pony palette. Got a lot of funky colors, but there's tons of neutrals too, so I think you could make a lot of everyday looks with this. And I love this palette, but I definitely want to get, again, I have a lot of palettes, I just want to kind of focus in. Or my Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. And this one I really love too. The colors are just like really soft. So, I mean, I already have like huge dents in like 4 or 5, 6 of these. So Electric Cube, Dawn, Destiny, a little bit in Adorn, All Star, and a little bit in Untamed. And I feel like I could hit pan really quickly on this. So that might be the one I start with. But we'll see. Probably that or the Lorac, because the Lorac has a lot smaller eyeshadow pans. So again, I feel like I could hit pan on them more quickly and feel accomplished. So I'm going to use Femme Couture Flawless Touch Eye Primer, which you guys know has been rolling through both of my project pans. It's extremely old. It still smells fine. It still works decent. It is by no means, I think, an amazing eye primer. But it'll do the job. Yeah, it's fine. I'm getting down there. So I might start using it as a primer. I don't know if that will really work, but I really just want to finish this up and get it out of my collection. I don't think it's something we'll ever repurchase, but there you go. Nails. We'll just blend and blend and blend. Sometimes I feel like eye primer is really helpful depending on what colors you're using, and sometimes I think it really doesn't matter a whole lot. Sometimes I rub a little under my eyes, sometimes I don't. Depends on kind of how much product I kind of put down. And this thing, I feel like if you don't cover pretty much either, if you, well, two things. If you don't cover all the eyeshadow, a little white cast kind of sits on your eyes with this primer. At least the one I'm using. It could be because it's old, who knows. And also, if you don't do your foundation after you do your primer, if you're going to do foundation, it'll leave white marks on your face all day. So that's super annoying. But yes, anyway, I'm going to go in with the Kat Von D Lock It Concealer in L5 Neutral. And I know I said in a video before, I'm going to try not to buy any more Kat Von D stuff. I'm not fully boycotting her products, even though her as a person I'm kind of boycotting. And I think this product's a fine enough product. I actually had to pull the stopper out because I'm getting kind of to the bottom and you can't really reach a lot of the product with the brush once it gets super low. So I got a little brush I can stick in the bottle. I like this product, but again, I want to try new products. I feel like I don't go through concealer super fast, and this is, I'm pretty sure, the oldest concealer in my collection, so let's not waste anything. I definitely want to get my use out of it and finish it up, and I feel like I definitely will finish it up super soon, so that's always nice. Mostly I use concealer, not even for under eyes, but just to cover up all the redness that I get. I don't have rosacea or anything, but it definitely gets really red on my skin, maybe just because I'm older. I do moisturize and all that jazz and whatever. So I feel like I'm pretty good in that sense, but I don't feel like it's helping the redness at all. I even use toners, whatever. But yeah, so we're working on it. But I don't mind this concealer. It is really full coverage, if you don't mind that, or if that's something you're looking for. I do think it works better for me anyways if I put it like under my foundation. I don't really ever use concealer just on its own, although I have put enough on this on my skin that I kind of worked it around and just used it as foundation one day. Started out unintentionally, and then I realized how much stuff I put on my face, and in that sense it actually worked pretty decently. So if you wanted to use the Lock It Concealer as foundation in a pinch, I think you could. Again, you've got to like full coverage foundation. I do because of the redness. I want to just like even out all my skin tone, but you know, whatever. And this is a fine one. I just want to try and get through the one or two other ones that I do have. I just have the Ulta one I just bought and Makeup Revolution, and then I have a little e.l.f. color correcting guy. So I think once this is done, I'm going to start working on the e.l.f. one because I don't ever really think to pull for it. But it's cream concealer in all different colors. It's kind of hard to tell on the camera. Yellow, blue, green, and like an orangey pink shade. So that is what I'm going to use next, and I'm going to use up the whole palette before I move along. I might try Makeup Revolution a few more times in the process, but yeah, so we'll see what happens. Okay, what are we going to do next? We're going to do a little Lancome Cils Booster XL as an eyelash base. Again, this is not something, I'm trying to pan this, and I think it should be done by the end of this project pan because I try to use it every time I do mascara. I do think it helps. It's just not a step that is something that I would normally think to do or would go out of my way to buy something for. So if I got another one of these for free, I'd probably eventually use it up as well. And this is just like a mini that I got in like a Sephora at JCPenney, like holiday box set of mascaras. So it's fine. I've enjoyed using it. I've never used mascara primer before. I've used mascara gel. I'm assuming that it kind of does the same thing as a gel, except it leaves like stuff on your eyelashes, so you can build your mascara up. But I don't think it's an essential step. I'm just trying to use her up. So if you don't use mascara primer, actually you're just like me. Right now I'm at the beginning of an 8-day long stretch of time off. This is actually the first of the 8 days, kind of the end of that day. So been fun so far. I'm gonna use the Naked Skin by Urban Decay foundation in the shade 2.0, which I was trying to pan before. I am below this line. It's not, I believe, in my current project pan. And it's one that I do like. It's a little runny. It's more like a light to medium coverage. But I think, you know, it's a decent shade match for me. I don't know why I'm putting it on with my left hand. Let's switch. We're just having a weird day today. But I really like this foundation, like I said. But I just kind of want to get through some of my old stuff. I do have a couple older foundations that I mostly use in videos, like my Palladio foundation and whatever. But this is a semi-older one, so I do kind of want to get through it eventually here. She's getting old. She needs to retire. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm hoping to maybe rip up the rest of the carpet in my house this week. I think that would be good. I kind of have to do it when the baby's asleep, one, so he doesn't get in the way. My living room has some carpet in it, but underneath is hardwood floors. We found out basically when we moved in, which is kind of cool. And they're in pretty decent shape. I think they might need, you know, probably a re-wax and probably just buff it once over because there might be a little glue in some spots, but overall she's in really good shape. So I want to get the carpet out and just have the hardwood floors or whatever. And I think that that will look really, really nice. So we'll see what happens there. But that's a hope for me. I also want to do some reading, get some gaming in, do some more videos with you guys, you know, stuff like that. That's just fun, light and easy, you know, take my kids to do some fun shit. So we'll see what happens with that. Now we're gonna powder. So I panned in one of my last Get Ready With Me is my e.l.f. pressed face powder, and I do have some loose powders, but a lot of them have tint to them, and I'm just not super into loose powders right now, even though I have a bunch. So I'm going to go into some of my eyeshadow palettes, believe it or not, and contour palettes, and use some of their like highlighting shades or whatever as setting powder. So and this way also I'm again using old products that I've had for a while. So this is my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette. I am eventually going to get through for sure all of these 3 shades on top as setting powders. I think all of them will work for me. This one's a little bit dark and a little bit pinky peachy, so I'll probably start with these or mix a couple together or whatever, but that is what I'm going to use to be setting my face. And there's little holes in the back so I can pop them out. I want to get them away from these bronzers because I don't want to set my face with bronzer, but this will be a nice way for me to get through product, but also without having to buy something else. So yeah, I'm just going to use this contour palette to set my face. Right now I'm kind of using just the middle banana-ish shade. I know a lot of people use like banana powders and stuff for like etching out their contours, but also to set under eyes, and I'm going to use it to set my whole damn face. Thing is a little more giving me more kickback than I thought it would, but that's all right. Yeah, I do need to like pop this out of here because then I can just like straight dig in hard. But so far, to me, it feels like it's giving a really nice look. I think if you have these shades and you're fair enough, you too could use them for setting powder for your whole face. I think if you're extremely fair, that would definitely not work. And obviously, if you're of deeper complexion, maybe the bottom ones would work then. That feels kind of good. Maybe just a little bit more. I'm gonna have to pull it out because it's really hard to just pick up what I want. I'm getting a little bit of the chocolate in there, but good. I think this is going to be a really nice setting powder for me. Alrighty, so then we're also gonna go in, and I think with, what the hell is it? I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna go in, I think with this middle bottom shade, and I am gonna contour with that. I don't typically contour a whole lot, but these shades I feel like look pretty decent on my skin for the most part. They don't look too crazy. We'll do a little chin contour today, why not? Or neck contour, whatever you want to call this. Make me look so feminine. Oh yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Easy breezy, beautiful. Cover girl. Why not? Let's do a little bit of it here. Let's make ourselves so warm and summer tanny. I suppose if you just wanted to like super bronze just your face, you could use like a contour or a bronzer or whatever and literally bronze your whole fucking face. I don't usually do a nose contour, but let's have a little fun. We'll just do it real neat. Contour de filth. So I think that'll help me get through some of that product a lot faster. I'm also going to put on my Makeup Revolution Soph X highlighter palette. And I know she has the eyeshadow palette, which I do own. And then she came out with another one called Sugar and Spice or More Spice or Dark Spice. I don't know, something spice. And they still don't have it at Ulta. And it makes me so angry because I want to buy it now and they probably won't get it for another like Christmas time. That's probably when they'll get it. But it looks like there's a couple other YouTubers out there that I like that are also going to have some Makeup Revolution collabs. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to take a little peachy shade in the corner. Little peachy corner shade. I really like this palette. And I bought it, one, because I really want to support YouTubers I like. I thought it was pretty. And also, I don't really have a whole lot of highlighters. And I wanted to be able to have a big variety so I could really decide what I thought looked best on me. And I'm actually pretty open-minded with the shades of my highlighters for the most part. I like golds, I like pinks, I like the white. Maybe we'll put just a little of the white over the top. Yeah, I don't know. I just think they're really pretty and really fun. Sometimes I'll use eyeshadows in my collection as highlighters as well. So that's another category of something that I probably, that and contour, because I don't use it very much and I have a decent amount. a bronzer and all that jazz. But I don't think I would ever need to buy that stuff for a really, really, really long time. But yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. I find sometimes being a mom, you know, you don't always have a lot of time for yourself. You feel bad if you take time for yourself, and then you're inevitably gonna feel like shit because you don't have any time for yourself. But yeah, so I think the book club thing that I'm a part of is gonna be really good for that. I do have an old time friend from high school that I hang out with, you know, once a month or whatever. Look at that, so beautiful. Um, and it's just so I can get like some normal time away from my family, away from work. You know, just be me for a while, feel good about life, feel good about me. And I think that's important to try to take care of yourself. I'm horrible as far as I smoke cigarettes. I drink occasionally, you know, maybe once or twice a month, if even. But yeah, so I'm drinking a lot more water now. I really would like to lose some weight. So I'm thinking about trying to, I don't know, get a little exercise in or something. I'm just not really sure what that's gonna look like for me. But we'll see how it goes. I'm also gonna add a little Tarte blush in Party, which as you can see, I've already hit pan on. I am trying to use this up, I think, by the end of the year. So we'll see how it goes. You can kind of layer a bit of this on because it's not like super pigmented, and it just gives like a really nice blush. The chicas. So yes. So I do really like this blush. I got it as a Sephora perk, so it was free, like a birthday perk. Not this last year because that was the Bite Beauty stuff, but the year before. And I do really like this and like the color. Again, I just want to get through old shit, whether I like it or not. So we're working on that. It's a nice blush of pink. Okay, and I actually took it out of the big palette and laid it on my desk so I don't forget to use it, because I tend to forget these things. All right, now the most exciting part of tonight's makeup. Dun 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 dun! We're revealing the Morphe Jaclyn Hill collab palette in the shade Dark Magic. One, because Halloween's coming, and two, I initially did want to buy the whole vault. I wanted to see it in the store, so the Ulta Buy Me did get these in. They only got this and like the all pinky palette, pinky peachy palette, and I don't want a pinky peachy palette. And I do really like dark shades, and I want to learn to use them better. And I've always wanted to try Morphe, but I don't like their super huge palettes. Even the other Jaclyn Hill palette, it's so like bigger than my head. It's so freaking huge. It's bigger than like a piece of paper in a 3-ring binder. So I thought this was great. I can try one of the palettes, see if I like it. If I do, I might go ahead and buy one other palette, but again, I didn't want all 4. This one and the purpley one really spoke to me. So I will show you this one. This is the one with all like the deep dark colors in it. And I like a look of a smoky eye, so we're gonna go for it. I think I will swatch these for you guys first. I did swatch them earlier today, but I'm gonna go ahead now and swatch them, get off topic a little bit. So I'll just do them all. And I'm pretty generous with my swatches. I try to like get a lot of product in there and really go in and make these as nice as I can, and I'm not super great at swatching. And some of these honestly are a little bit patchy. At least when you swatch them, they are probably fine on the eye. And again, I'm no like makeup expert or you know, I'm no makeup artist. So for me, as long as they're usable and I can get a halfway decent look out of it, which usually I can, or what I consider a halfway decent look, then I definitely will. And yeah, one of the palettes I've been liking a lot and I bring to work is the MAC Aaliyah collection. I have really been enjoying this. I don't mind the little pans. Never going to get through all my eyeshadows anyway. And this is just a lot of like smoky tones with like a pink and a purple. And I love this. And I get really dark, like mysterious eyes. So I'm all for that shit. So yeah. All right. Keep swatching. Nobody cares what you have to say. I don't know. I've had a lot of, I would say like the dark blue, and here's probably the patchiest shade when you swatch it, called Busted, I'm sure. And then the one next to it, Inside Job, like the dark green. But I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure you guys have also seen a lot of videos on the Jaclyn Hill palette. If you stopped on this video, you may have already seen quite a few tutorials or swatches or whatever. And I'm just me, a mom in Minnesota who works a retail job, who's having fun with life and trying to make the most being a human being again. So I will tell you the names of these. If we go, let's see, the lightest to the darkest shade. This is again the top row and bottom row. We got Poof, Power Cut, Shh, Trickery, Diversion, Potion, Inside Job, Mojo, and Temptress is the black one on my hand. I'm horrible at swatching. Look, oh, there it is. There we go. Ooh, this is like dark and smoky and swampy, and I am in for that shit. So that is what we're using on our eyes today. Just the Dark Magic Jaclyn Hill palette. I have no idea what I'm going to come up with. I did see another YouTuber. Don't remember her name. I will try to write her name in the comments. I will look her up before I post this and do so. I remember for you guys. But she's, I think, going to be my underlying inspiration for the look. She did not use this palette in her look. I think she has reviewed the palette. I don't know. But she did a look where she's like, how to use black eyeshadow. So I'm going to butcher whatever she did. I'm not going to know how to walk you through it. But we're just going to put some fucking shit in our eyes and hope for the best. Ooh. And hopefully it will look pretty cute. And if it doesn't, it's not a big deal. I'm at home the rest of the night. I'm gonna go for that light color Poof. And I think I'm just gonna use that like all over my eye. And I'll probably drag a little underneath. I just washed my brushes today. Everything's so nice and clean. I love that feeling that like all my brushes are clean. I can just use whatever one I want. I kind of have a lot of backup brushes right now because I have a lot of brushes that I've gotten for free recently. There's a lot of fallout in this. It's also probably this Anastasia brush I'm using. But I don't care about that. I don't care about fallout. Sorry, I lost my mind. Alright, we'll keep going. So I'm going to take a muddy brown one called Shh. Just gonna pop it in there. So this again, to me, is not, I mean, it's darker than my skin tone for sure, but it's not like super dark. So if you like saw me in public, you would not be like, wow, look at all the makeup she's wearing. Yeah. I don't mind these Anastasia ones, but they do kick up a lot of shadow anyways in pans, whether or not the pan itself would have kicked up shadow. And me, again, I'm not too interested or care much if this is extremely patchy. It's a little patchy, this brown so far. But I think I'll get a decent look. Anyways, I also bring a lot of my eyeshadow pretty high up to my eyebrows because otherwise you really won't see it. I'm gonna use the green pukey shade called Potion. Try to go below that and into the socket a little bit. I don't know, for me, I kind of think this brush is okay. It's not my favorite brush. It's not my least favorite brush. I don't want to get rid of it. I really love this end of the brush that I'm not using right now. But for what I want to do, this side of the brush is fine. And we're blending. It's looking okay. We are getting there. Aren't we? We're taking this journey together. All right. I think I might also go in with the dark green inside job. Just to really layer on all the beautiful colors. And again, I'm going to put a bunch of black on, so a lot of what I'm doing won't really matter in the end, but we'll see what happens. So far, I'm not hating this. I know people weren't initially giving this great reviews, but a lot of people have been excited for it because the first attempted launch of this, I guess, were faulty eyeshadows, but people are saying they're still like not super high quality, and I'm like, from what I've heard of Morphe, their shadows are not like super high quality and they're relatively inexpensive, and this palette was $15 for 10 shades, so I'm not going to complain about that. All right. So we've done 4 shades of the palette. Now we're going to take the black sparkly one called Temptress on the other side of the brush. Oh, this is a nice black. It's a nice black. Ooh, this is a nice black. Did I say it's a nice black? Because it is a nice black. And I'm gonna smoke out the edges just a little bit into the other colors. And we'll go quick because I don't know how bad this will look. Oh, this is looking baller. I don't know, I like how it looks. Maybe it looks crazy. I'm cool with it. I'm alright with it. Don't be afraid to use black shadow. Some people just use it to kind of line like an eyeliner on their eyes. Some people use it to mix in with other colors. Other people just like deepen like the side triangle piece or whatever. I say go crazy with black. Black is fun. Some of my favorite tutorialists are like, look at that. I just made a mess of my face. Amazing. I like gothic makeup artists because I really like to see what they can do with layering just a hint of color and like a really deep black eye, which again, I've never been really good at. Don't stay on my face forever, please. Oh, good. Yes. Stay on my face forever. Look at that. Oh my god. Okay. So definitely put something down to catch your fallout because I'm literally ruining my makeup. But again, staying home tonight. It's a learning curve. This is pretty. I'm gonna take a little bit more of Potion, which is like the pukey green color, and go in to smoke this out a little bit further and blend just a touch better. Just a touch. Not a lot, just a touch. I just feel like as you get older, and especially when you have kids and stuff, it's really hard to maintain adult friendships outside of like the family unit in your home, and or like your parents and sisters and cousins, and even a lot of my cousins who don't like hang out that much or whatever. Oof. Let me see if I can fix this with a little foundation. I should probably just, in the real world situation, I'd probably just take all my makeup off and start over, which is a pain in the patoot. I'm not going to do that today, so this is working fine enough. I'm going to go over some of the beautiful other work I've done, but I can just add a little bit more, right? Right. We can just pretend we know what we're doing with life. Where's my setting contour powder? I need it. I am super into the singer Dua Lipa, and IDGAF, or I Don't Give a Fuck, is probably one of my all-time favorite songs. As is Shawn Mendes, In My Blood. Yes, I enjoy that song. Alright. I feel like the top is done for 99 percentile, so I'm going to grab the brush I was using, and I'm going to take a little puke green for the bottom. A little bit of puke green. Or potion. Whatever you prefer to call it. And just smoke out the bottom eye. I'm actually so far really digging this palette. I'm living out all my goth fantasies. Even though I'm not goth. I've been semi-goth, I guess, in my life. And the black in the pan has sparkle in it, but on your eyes, I don't feel like sparkle translates at all. Just an FYI. So if you were like extremely concerned that you'd have a sparkly, glittery eyeshadow mess, it's totally fine. It completely disappears. How do you guys maintain your adult friendships when it's like so freaking hard? I'm just taking a little of the poop brown color and blending and smoking that out a little bit. I'm actually feeling really good about this look. But even though we're super dark and grungy, I think I'm going to take a little bit of Trickery, which is the glittery green shade, and just put it in the inner corner as my inner corner highlight. Maybe a little dark for a highlight, but we do what we want on my channel, so get over it. And that's so pretty. Definitely gonna have to do this look again because I'm absolutely in love with it. So I've literally tried all but 1, 2, 3 shades in the palette. So I will try this again. I so far completely happy with my outcome. Let me see if I can bring you in. Hopefully that was good enough. Hopefully that was good enough. Okay. So we got that shit done. Now before we apply our mascara, I'm going to remember to apply my Urban Decay All Nighter makeup spray. So wonderful. Try it. This is fine. Honestly, I don't really feel like setting spray for me does a whole lot, but I don't always wear it when I'm just doing eye makeup and not the rest of my face. And sometimes I forget. So there is that. Let's put on our mascara. So Essence Lash Princess in False Lash Effect, little green packaging. I do like this I'm trying to pan this. I do like this one. I think it's fine. I think it's a really good value for what it does for your eyelashes, in price especially. But it is, again, even though I like it, it is the oldest open mascara besides that Lancome Sills Booster that I put on earlier. So I want to try to use it up, and as long as it isn't bothering my eyes, I'm going to continue to do so. And I'm only focusing on those two items until they are done, and then I'll open a new mascara, but not before. I have a lot of mini mascaras and actually 5 or 6 large ones, so I have enough for a long time. Probably longer than I'll ever need them, but as long as you haven't actually used it, the 3 or 6 month or however long you use it doesn't start until your actual first date of use. So if you haven't opened your package of makeup, it should be fine. You can always, like, from when you bought it, that's not when it counts. Because how would they know on the shelves, like, when to take the makeup off or whatever, to like stop selling it? But you can always smell your makeup too to make sure that it's not old. It has like a weird smell, a weird color, a weird texture depending on what your makeup is. Or if it's like dried out or whatever, obviously then it's bad and you should get rid of it. So I'm working on that. Ooh, I think we're looking real pretty today. So I'm going to do, and this may not go with this look at all, but I want to give her a shot. I got this in BoxyCharm this month, the Smashbox Legendary Triple Tone Lipstick in Berry Ombre. So this little guy has a little tri-tone color. I might try, I think, at first to do the ombre, and if I think it looks weird, I'll just rub my lips together and we'll see what beautiful purple shade we get. Oh wow, okay. This is tricky, and I think you'd have to have like a real special shaped lip for this. Then you're supposed to turn it upside down, which is like this, super easy. This, super not easy to apply, but let's do it and see how we do. Okay. I mean, you basically would have to, like I'm doing, rub together anyways. I think I'm just gonna apply this however and just rub my lips. Because although I can see like an ombre of color, and these are really pretty colors, I think reapplying this and applying it upside down is not for me. So it is what it is. I'm horrible at applying lipstick. Oh yeah. I actually don't hate this. It doesn't feel bad. It's pretty matte. I don't think this is going to be transfer proof, but we will give her a minute and just give it a go. Give it the old kiss test. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'll use it. It's like a purpley pink on me. I think it looks pretty cool with the green eyes. Giving you a little poison ivy. Alright, let's give it a kiss test. So yeah, this is definitely not transfer proof. But not a whole lot really came off, at least from what it looks like on person, in person, not on person. So yeah. I don't hate it. It's adventurous. They gave me something adventurous. I like adventurous. I also, ooh, I got a new brush bowl. I got this at Michael's. It's a cute little purple skull. It was like $5. Perfect for brushes. So go get yourself one. They also have black and white and like white frosted and like clear white see-through. Whatever. I don't hate this. I thought I would hate this. So really, I am quite pleased with this look. I'm happy with the palette. I'm surprisingly happy with the lipstick, but I like being surprised in a good way. So yeah, I am going to continue to use both, see how it goes, see what happens. Sorry about my super rambles tonight. Probably gonna make another rambly video tomorrow. I may start that project rolling pan. It's not really a rolling pan. It's more like rolling palette. I'm still going to do the regular project pans, but I'm also going to do one that focuses just on one palette. Still going to incorporate other shit because I like my new stuff and I get excited about it. But, you know, especially like if I pick Pirates of the Caribbean, there's a lot of shades that aren't in there. There aren't like reds and berries and super high metallic. So if I need something like that, I will pull from another palette, but I'm going to try to mainly focus, carry around, use on the daily when I want to wear makeup. Maybe not that palette, maybe another one. We'll see. I showed her the palettes. I will choose. I don't know. Don't push me. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Have a good night, have a good day. Subscribe, comment, keep watching. All right, bye.